I know. I wanted to get the view here, though.
20 minutes he gets up.
Hey, I did the same thing. I walked all the way around. Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jackrabbits Baseball here, 8 a.m. at the Cinco de Mayo tournament. Jackrabbits will be the away team. Somehow we got away for both. For him to drive the ball deep. The left fielder still in a sweatshirt. There's a little bit of chill in today's morning, and maybe give him reason enough. Foul ball, straight back. Give him reason enough to check in, to run around and take that sweatshirt off there if we can hit over the left fielder's head. 0-2 now, so Cole on the pitcher, clearly fouling him straight back, but now a little bit in a hole, and he's got to protect.
There she is. What's on your hat?
Ball low.
Road runners. Is that what it is? Metro? Oh, a Blue Jay. Oh,
And 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now I'm showing that. We've got runners on first and second, no down. Cole, the bouncing ball down the left field line. That will score Joe. Left fielder makes another mistake, but doesn't hurt our opponents, the Thunderbolts, with just a single. So Teddy steps in now.
Turn them hips. Turn them hips.
Trying to get Teddy to really drive his pitch. Ball's outside, goes to the backstop. The runners will both advance. Teddy now with the plate set for him. A single would score 2. Second and third with no down. 1 run in already this morning. Next pitch. That ball's high. Gets away. Jorge will come in. That ball's thrown down the line, but right to the third base where he's safe. So ball 2, and a run scores. And the 2-0 pitch to Teddy. Way outside, ball 3. No temptation, I don't think, for him to swing at that. 3-0, he'll be taking again. Oh, good morning. Ball 4. The ball gets past And Cole scores. That's 3-0. First 3 up and 3 have scores. That's great. What? I don't know. I wasn't watching.
What's the score?
It is 3-0 to us. So in steps Chris now. I don't think my.
Like an inadequate handshake. You're like, I'm gonna need a do-over.
I don't think my.
It's not satisfying at all.
I think Teddy's off. Strike right down the middle. No throw from the catcher. I don't think my speed is showing. I can't find my speed isn't showing.
She said it's not working.
I don't know. I paid for the freaking interconnection fee thingy. All right, that told me it was 49. So at least I can say that kid's pitch was a 49 mile an hour. But it's the
43.
Is that what it is?
That's what it said.
Oh, well, he's
Are
not.
you muted?
I'm not muted. I'm very live. You want me to mute? Oh, Chris, what was that?
Mute a minute.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to mute a second. There's my. All right, Teddy with a decent lead at second. Chris with a 1-2 count now. That ball is over his head. That ball will get past. Teddy will run to third, and he better slide. He is in there safely. So Teddy now a mere 70 feet from home, which is where we want to be. Christopher needs the hit here to drive him home. However, the catcher has had a hard time squeezing this pitch, so potentially another foul back on a 47-mile-an-hour pitch. So we have a pocket radar we've got now, and I can see the speed. We're trying to work on integration here so you can see it as well. I'm not sure why it's not working. I'll try to get on that before the second game. I think there might be an app requirement. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 1 down. In steps Gianni. Aaron will step into the on-deck circle. Gianni's our starting pitcher this morning. So, hopefully he can pad to his own lead. Ball outside with a swing. Teddy with a little lead off of third, although he's getting a better secondary lead in case the ball does get past. Ball outside again. Good snag by the catcher. So now it's 2-1. Or sorry, 2-0. 1 down. Ball gets away. 47-mile-an-hour pitch. Teddy slides in safely for our 4th run of the inning. So that was an excellent read by Teddy to get in. 4-0, giving us a nice, comfortable lead after 5 batters, and we are far from done. Gianni now with the bases empty in a 3-0 count. Of course, he'll be taking. But he's going to be sad if he gets a big old pitch here he wants to do something with. Ball is outside, 47-mile-an-hour fastball from number 33 on the Thunderbolts. Gianni takes first. Aaron steps in now, and Javon will step into the on-deck circle. It is a lovely, lovely day here at Clement Park. We are scheduled to have about a 70-degree high, although it's only about 50 degrees here, and I'm in the shade, so I'm actually a little chilled. Ball 1, low. Clement Park is in Littleton. We're in the sort of the shadow of the Columbine High School Memorial. We just celebrated, or I don't know, celebrate is not the term, but we just observed, I think what would have been the 24th anniversary of that tragic event. Gianni steals and strike 1. I'm here till noon, so or
Yeah,
here
I
till
got-
2. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Plates, I just found out.
Oh, so you're just hanging?
I'm on the bases, but
Oh.
take that to the car when I.
Yeah, no, I'll take care of it, Blue. Umpire just gave me her mask to take care of while she's on the bases. Where's Gianni? There it is. So I got 2-1 with 1 down. Aaron's a spray hitter. There's a hole on the right side that is screaming his name. We can just punch the ball through. Gianni, not the strongest runner on our team, but could score on a single. Gianni back to the base on a pop-up to the shortstop. Ball's dropped. Gianni stays, wisely stays. So Aaron with a single that drops in behind the shortstop. I don't know anything about the Thunderbolts that we're playing today. I think this is the first time we've seen them all season. But we are in the 12 AA bracket today, 12 AA silver, which is a little bit lower than we play on the Thursday games. Javon steps in for a ball outside. Ball goes to the backstop. Gianni gets to third on a pass ball. It was a little bit closer at third than it probably needed to be. Probably need to slide. So 1-0, 1 down. Umpire joining the base pass umpire joining now is the one that let me know earlier that she was going to be giving me her mask. 1-1. So as I mentioned, this is the 12 AA silver division. There are actually 13 teams. Ball in the dirt, 46-mile-an-hour pitch there. So the Thunderbolts pitcher here really consistent with his time and timing, as well as his speed. So in the upper 40s, a little bit slower than we see in our league play, where most of the pitchers are over 50. So our boys are up in the box a little bit. Javon dances, ball gets passed, bounces straight back, 3-1. Again, Gianni on third, not the strongest or fastest hitter, and so he, runner, so he's not going to advance unless the ball really skips away, which is no problem. This pitcher is doing plenty to help himself. Ball 4, ball skips away. Gianni probably could have come in, but didn't on that one. Ricardo now steps in with the bases loaded. Jack stepping into the on-deck circle. Ricardo is a free swinger, so if it's close, assume he'll swing on it. Does have the power to drive the ball into the outfield, no problem. Ball is outside. Ricardo swings at the ball high. He said free swinger. That one was probably one he could have let go. If he does get a hold of it, look for it to get into the grass, as he does have some power. Ball high. I don't. There's a woman with a high visibility vest that says staff that has it all. But there are 13 teams today. Foul ball. Fouled off to the left. Ricardo with a 2-2 count. 1 down, bases loaded. He's got to have some plate discipline here because he likes to swing. This pitcher's around the plate, but hasn't really been throwing fastballs or strikes consistently. Strike 3. You need to swing at that one. That was right there. 2 down, bases loaded now. In steps Jack. Jack, our only left-hander. Been working really hard on stepping towards the pitcher and not stepping towards first, robbing himself of all the power as well as pulling his bat away over half the plate. Let's see how he does at this at bat. First pitch coming. Ball's in the dirt, gets past. Gianni is now coming in. This should get him in safely. And that gives it a 5-0 lead for the Jackrabbits. Now, Jack tends to hit to the left side. Nice hold on the left side if he can punch the ball through there. Foul straight back. Jack being told to move forward in the box. One, 1. Next pitch. High chopper up the middle. Shortstop comes across and is not able to make the play. That will give Jack a single, another run for the Jackrabbits. All right, in steps now number 44, Isaiah, with Jabrell stepping in on deck. Jabrell taking off his catcher's equipment. Looks like he'll be our starting catcher today. Jack gets going. Throw into the outfield. Jack will get to third, and Javon wisely scampers home. And that was a ball high to Isaiah. So Isaiah is a strong young man, so when he makes contact, he drives the ball deeply. He's had some struggles at the plate lately, like all the Jackrabbits have. Ball low. So hopefully he can cork one here, seeing a little bit slower pitcher. You know, there's between 48 and 55. Doesn't feel like much, but from 70 feet away, it's that fraction of a second decision making. 46 mile an hour fastball high, 3-0. Jack will score on a poorly thrown ball back to the pitcher, so that gives us 8 runs this inning. The Thunderbolts catches Thunderbolt manager kind of beside himself right now, seeing a lot of very stereotypical 12U mistakes. Ball is outside, so Isaiah will take his base on 4 straight pitches. Jabrell taking his gear off. Isaiah is very fast, so expect Isaiah to score. I expect him to score, but expect him to steal second and certainly third, because he is a quick pair of legs on first base. In steps Jabrell. Jabrell with his hands up high. That ball is high. Still easy stolen base. Ball gets into the outfield, but this good stop by the outfielder to keep the ball from going any further. So Jabrell, a big power hitter for us, and I think center fielder is underplaying the power that we should see from Jabrell if he gets a ball he can hit here. Oh, swing and a miss at a 46 mile an hour pitch. 1-1. So Isaiah didn't have the steal sign there. I thought he might have the steal sign, but 1-1. Again, top of the first here at the Cinco de Mayo tournament. Jackrabbits up 8 runs in the first inning, ball outside, and we're not done yet. Jabrell waiting for the pitch. It's been in there a while. Ball is high. Jabrell, as our starting catcher, it makes sense that one of his favorite players of all time is Pudge Rodriguez. And he's going to take that ball outside for a walk, giving the first and second with Isai up to bat. Isai is the bottom of our order here, so we have batted around this first inning, which is excellent. Isai, also a catcher. So coach putting our 2 catchers back to back here in the lineup. Joe's family, just know that Joe is on deck, so he'll get a second chance to bat. He should get a second chance to bat this inning. Ball in the dirt. Looks like number 33 here for the Thunderbolts is quite frustrated. He's overthrowing, and you can see this, but when you overthrow, your release point is a little bit later and you tend to bounce the ball in the dirt. So he's trying to blow it past the kids. There's a foul ball straight back. That was a nice pitch from him, 46 miles an hour. I love baseball, and that baseball is a physical game. There's no question you have to be able to compete, but it is such a mental game. 33 here just needs to pitch. He's a starting pitcher. He knows how to pitch, and he's just got to make the pitches. Ball high and inside, but he starts to overthink it, and then the pitches don't come. 3-1 now. Eastside knows the count. Eastside, one of the smarter baseball brains on the team, which is not surprising, being the catcher involved in every pitch. He knew to take the ball there. We now have the bases loaded, 2 outs with Joe up. So a lot of free passes issued by number 33. We're going to get a timeout here from Coach. And looks like we're going to make a pitching change. After batting through the order, pitching change for the Thunderbolts forthcoming. So you are... Good job, 33. Good pitching. Tough outing for 33, but you got to give him lots of credit. Being 12 and taking the ball means that you're not afraid to play the game. So good job to him. We'll see a new pitcher here and see what number, looks like 14 for the Thunderbolts is throwing in his warm-up pitches here. I think he'll get 9 warm-up pitches. So you are listening to Jackrabbits Broadcasting, home of Vamos Liebres Radio. Appreciate you. I've got 8-0 with bases loaded and Joe up. Yep. We appreciate you tuning in to today's game. Of course, leave a comment or drop a family member a note if you've got any thoughts, any feedback, any audio issues, any other concerns with the game today. We're trying to do our best to make sure you're getting your money's worth. I am solo at the desk today, but I know that I'm going to be, from now on, I think, have a second up here to just kind of keep the conversation going and provide even more color about this beautiful game that we're watching. And now we're fully into our warm-up pitches here. And it looks like this pitcher throws about the same speed. I got 46 on that fastball. So a quick reminder that this is a Colorado Amateur Baseball Association's tournament, and therefore we'll play an hour 45 or 6 innings. There is a mercy rule, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But for now, it looks like the umps are ready to bring this game back. We got bases loaded, Joe up, no balls, no strikes, and 2 down. We are a full 27 minutes into this game already. So in the warm-up, it looked like this pitcher is throwing similar speeds as the starting pitcher. Ball outside and 45 miles an hour. All right. Next pitch here to Joe is inside. Ooh, Joe almost wears that on his left elbow. It nearly hit him. Joe's a tough kid. Would have shaken it off. Also knows what you need to do to help the team, and taking a hit by pitch always helps. May have been a balk there. Foul ball back. Pitcher didn't appear to come set. And he's going to get a talking to here by the infield ump that he didn't come set. So, which in baseball terms, those of you who learn, means he has to bring the ball to his glove and wait a second. Not sure why he's throwing back to first, but there is no play there. Coach reminding him that the play is really at third. So there's nobody at first. He can't go anywhere. There's a runner on second ahead of him. So you want to worry about the lead runner. So coming set means that the ball comes into your glove and you are motionless, ball inside. You are motionless for at least a second. That allows everybody a chance to know that you are ready to pitch And after that, you either have to come towards the plate. Once you make a motion towards the plate, you have to pitch the ball, or you then go toward, whoa, ball high. He will walk. The bases are loaded, so in comes a very simple RBI for Joe. Isaiah touches the plate and grabs a bat because he's a good teammate. And Jorge steps in now, so with Cole in the on-deck circle. Again, Jorge with a huge hole in the right side. And he fouls that ball back. The second time through the order here in the first inning, our boys are stepping up further in the box. So they learned something in that first time through, that they don't need to be as far back as they have traditionally been when we play league play. So let's see what the next pitch is here. 0-1 counts. Another foul on a 43-mile-an-hour pitch. So if we're going to drive the ball, we're going to have to produce the power here. That is but now he's up 0-2 on Jorge with 2 outs. Jorge is clearly swinging. So here's the next pitch. And a pop-up. That ball will be in foul territory and drop. Oh, fair ball. They're calling it a fair ball. Here's a fair ball. Wow. So reaches on an error. That will bring a run in. Some questions here about whether he was in fair territory or foul territory. I think the ball was in fair territory, but his feet were in foul territory, which is why he dropped the ball into fair territory. So, tricky call. I guess y'all could go back and look at the video, and so we can go back and look. But all right, Cole now steps in. Man, the plate bases are set for him, but that ball is low and away. In comes Eastside to score our 11th run of the inning. So I hadn't really thought we would need to discuss the mercy rule runs this early, but with an 11-0 score and the bases loaded, well, if we get a grand slam here, and we might, because that ball just skipped past the center fielder, so that 3 runs will score, and already in. Cole is not gonna. Oh, there's a bad throw to the cutoff man. Cole will go all the way home for a grand slam. That was a phenomenal swing and great base running. That gives us a 15-0 lead. So I don't want to say I was a prophet on that, but at 15-0, that is the run differential necessary after 3 innings to mercy. So what we've got here now is a situation where we'll have to play all 3 innings, or the time will be out, but we'll also potentially we are set up. So Teddy was just told something by coach, and I'm not sure what it was. Swing and a miss at a 44-mile-an-hour pitch. So I don't know if coach is trying to finish the inning here and just telling Teddy to swing at all 3 pitches or what, but now he's talking to Chris on deck as well. Teddy taking the ball, so never mind. There's not a requirement to swing at all the pitches. I don't know why you would do that necessarily, other than to just get your team into the field. So what do I know? Number 7 here, Teddy, is my son, and I'm so incredibly proud of him. Oh, string and a miss. He's really working on his game. We had some questions about his dedication to the game earlier in the season, but recently both his pitching and his batting he spent some time working on. So ball outside. Teddy looking at his knuckles, really looking at his knuckles there. 2-2 and 2 outs, so now we got deuces wild. 15 runs across the plate for the Jackrabbits. Teddy with a swing and a miss at a 31-mile-an-hour pitch. So just a little slower than we're used to seeing here from the Jackrabbits. So that is an excellent inning to get us through out of our drought. It feels almost like, you know, California had that drought for water and then got this massive amounts of snow this winter. I feel the same way here about our runs. 15. They came in pairs, and then we got that grand slam out of cold to really drive it home. All right, we go to the bottom of the first here with quite a cushion, and now it's going to be on the Jackrabbits to be smart, to not make any mistakes. So just a quick reminder, we are working on getting the pocket radar, so that's integrated. I see it's not displaying, but I will make sure to give you the speeds for Gianni. I got pocket radar down here if you want to watch Gianni's speeds. See what it says, CON, and then when he throws, the number shows up. So Gianni's dad stepping in behind the plate to get a look at him. Gianni's first pitch at 52, so a full 10 miles an hour faster than we were seeing at the end of last inning. Mid-50s is about where we throw. Cole throws the hardest on our team at upper 50s, and Jack throws, of our 4 starters, he throws the slowest at right around 50-51. Gianni and Teddy in the mid-50s, and then that's it for our pitching. That's one of our weaknesses as a team. Our pitching is depth. The 4 pitchers we've got are good, but the depth is a little thin. Over the course of the weekend, the tournament rules are such that pitchers can pitch, let me go look at my notes here real quick, 8 innings over the whole weekend. So it's not a pitch count, it's just innings, and 8 innings over the whole weekend. So we have 32 innings available through our starting 4 rotation. We do have sort of another tier of pitchers after we get beyond those 4, but they're not really our key guys. If we can get 32, so you'd assume that each of these games were to go 6, that would get us, 5 games and a little bit more. We'll get 2 games today, guaranteed 1 game tomorrow. Depending on how we do, we could play.
The highest one, 56.
He hit 56 on that one?
Yeah, 56
Nice.
on that one.
Nice.
He's just
So.
not using his.
He's got, yeah.
He's not doing
Well, this is the problem with all 4 of our
He's
pitchers.
all arm, dude.
Yep, all 4 of our pitchers are all arm.
Body, dude.
That was 52. Jabril with a solid throw down, but a little miss of a swipe there by, who we got at second? Is that Ricardo?
Everybody.
No, is that Javon at second?
It's everybody, dude. No, I look like Ricardo.
Oh, that's,
I look like Ricardo.
oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yep.
You know I have bad vision.
I know, I struggle as well. I think that's Jorge at short. What am I saying?
Yeah, it's Jorge at short.
And then Ricardo at second, yeah. So it's a standard starting. All right, ball
One
1.
out. Let's go, kid.
So, as mentioned, Gianni on the mound and Jabril behind the plate. We got Joe at first. I think we've got Aaron or Ricardo at second. Ground ball to Cole. He knocks it down. He throws the ball over, and he throws it away. Jabril there with the backup. Now we got Keystone Cops going on. Well, I don't know what's happening.
Keystone Cops.
I don't know what has happened there. What was that? 4 bad throws in a row? What the heck? I know my audience. They're old enough to understand Keystone Cops. All right, runner on first now. Reaches on an error. So let me round up strike 1 from Gianni, who's a really fast worker. So again, Joe at first. I think that's Aaron at second. Jorge at short, and Cole at third. Ball inside on a 54-mile-an-hour pitch.
Hey, fix that.
Whoever's in left field is standing in a shadow, and I literally have no idea. It's Jack in a very shallow center, and it looks like Javon in right. Ball outside. Gianni having a hard time finding the plate here. He's inside, outside. Now we just got to put one over the middle here. At a 2-1 count, he's just got to make it happen. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. All right. Who's in left? Is that Christopher? Ah, it's Christopher in left. He stepped out of the shadows, and I can see him now. Strike 3. That is it right there. 1 down. Runner still on first. Gianni now hitting the mid-50s. That last one was a 54-mile-an-hour pitch. Next pitch, swing and a miss at a 58-mile-an-hour pitch. Woo, smoking! And throw down to first. No real play there, but keeping him honest. Jabrell has really come into his own behind the plate. He's really beginning to take the control of the game. He's telling people what's going on. He's yelling down to Joe what's going on right now. Something that he's seen, I think, obviously in the pros, but then also Bolo. Eastside does that as well. So something that we have a new catcher's coach this year, and I don't know if that's been part of the conversation. Strike right down the middle on a 56-mile-an-hour pitch. So Gianni hitting the upper 50s, which is new for him. He must be learning to push with his legs. Ball outside on a 57-mile-an-hour fastball. Gianni now has secondary pitches, but he doesn't throw them with any confidence. So he just generally oh, ball outside. Another 50, that looked like it said 59. It might have been 57. I think that was 57 or 59. He's thrown, yeah, but he's not over the plate now. Yeah, ball skips through. Runners will advance 70 feet. So he's picking up the speed, but his accuracy is down. When he throws 54, he's over the plate. 57, he's outside. Is he jerking? Is he jerk?
He's being careful, dude. If he actually lets it go, he's good. But he's thinking too much right now. Hey, let's go. Breathe. Come on now.
I was telling the folks at home that I love this game because it's athletic, but so much thinking. Much thinking.
Building anxiety as a parent out here.
There's a strike on a 58-mile-an-hour pitch. Man, if he could keep doing that, this would be quick innings. All right.
Get to it, Papa. Right here.
Swing and a miss.
Let's do it again.
At a 57-mile-an-hour pitch. Gianni now on the edge of potentially hitting Cole speeds here. All right, no balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if we go with a secondary pitch or we just throw another fastball. There's a secondary pitch.
What?
Oh, 51.
What?
That was inside. That was inside. Calm down. All right. Go over there. Go over there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was a change-up, a 51-mile-an-hour change-up on the inside. Ground ball right to Jorge. Jorge flips it. No play at first, but we do get the force at second, giving us a good play there by Jorge to get the easy out by flipping it over. So even though it's not been the best inning for us with some walks and some errors, still have kept the Thunderbolts to a 0 on the.
Good stop, Jabril. Good stop.
And runner goes to second on a ball in the dirt. Excellent stop by Jabrell. Johnny looking a little haggard out there. I'm not sure. He hasn't thrown a ton of pitches, but I don't know if I don't know what's going on. 56 in the dirt again. Something's going on in his head. He is.
Fix it, kid. Fix it. Let's go, 1-9. Fix it.
Gianni has come into his own as a pitcher this year. He didn't even start as a pitcher. Strike there on. Oh, I missed it, but felt like I had a lot of speed. Was definitely 4th in the rotation and has now really moved into a place of dominance. Strike 2 right there, 57. Deuces are wild at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Let's just call him a fastball right here. Let's not mess around, fastball. Look for it to be high by where Jabrell is at. Get the kid to swing at it. Strike 3, And that is it. That ends the inning. And Jackrabbits, while not the prettiest inning, keep the Thunderbolts off the board, which is huge. Continuing to have that 15-0 lead. As I mentioned, the run rule would be 15 after 3 would end this game. We are about 45 minutes in, and we go to the top of the second. As we go to the top of the second, just remind you the tournament's set up with 13 teams. Top 8 will play in what's called bracket A, and bottom 5 will be in bracket B. Only bracket A tomorrow gets a trophy or a medal if you win. So everybody gets to play, but only the top teams will get a chance to play for actual championship. Other than that, I think I mentioned it already, it is a total of, where's my notes here? Total of 8 innings per pitcher for the whole weekend. And standard 70 feet to the bases, 50 feet to the pitching rubber. And what else? I think that's about it. Those are it. That's it for the rules. So, what else? I think that's all. I'm looking at my text. Got a few texts from folks. Shout out to folks listening here in the Denver area. I see a couple of you folks, and then I know we've got I think a grandma in San Antonio who's checking in, so that's great. Looks like same pitcher's back on the mound for the Thunderbolts, number 14, throwing the mid-40s. Leading off will be Chris, and then Gianni will be on deck, and I've got Aaron in the hole. So let's see, Chris is number 9. Chris's older brother plays on the 13U team and pitches up there. He, how do I not have a thing on Chris? Oh, it looks like I don't have a player sheet on Chris. What? Oh my goodness. Foul by your media. Oh, shame on me. I gotta get some info on Chris. So maybe I'll go grab Chris's adult here during the next half inning and talk about him. But anyway, Chris, speedy player, outfielder for us, swing and a miss. Has a very open stance, so I don't know if you can see from this camera angle, but his left foot is quite a ways down the third base line. And he sort of stands open and then brings the left knee up and then steps towards the pitcher, like he did there with a foul ball, 0-2. So the number 14 here being a little bit more effective by being closer to the plate, drawing swings from both Teddy and Chris. And at the speeds that they're throwing, just a little bit slower. It kind of looks like almost like a changeup to our guys. And oh, foul ball off that shin guard though. That's why he's got it. So there you go. So that was rarely do we see the protective gear actually make sense at this age, but that time it did. So there we go. Yay, Chris's family for getting him what he needs. Swing and a miss, a ball in the dirt. Ball is dropped. You got to throw it to first. And they got it. Oh, safe. So a strikeout, but the runner will advance to first. I couldn't really see that, but the first base ump was right on top of it, and we had to pull the first baseman off. So an out. But nonetheless, you have to complete the play, and so Chris will be on first. Chris will steal, maybe the fastest kid on the team, so he'll go. In fact, he's going now. Gianni missed the sign because he swung there, and what that does is, had he popped that ball up, Chris would have been doubled up. So, we got to have guys paying attention here to the. Gianni, why did you grab that? What did Gianni was hit by a pitch there. He tried to. That was weird. Gianni tried to catch that rather than get out of the way, and so he hit by pitch. He takes first. Not sure why. That's the second time he has done that. I don't know why he's trying to catch 45-mile-an-hour tosses with his bare hands. Ball inside to Aaron now. Aaron's up. We'll put Javon in the on-deck circle. But we really got to tell our pitcher to stop trying to catch the ball. Wow! Beautiful stroke from Aaron. Everybody advances up 70 feet with a nice single. So now bases are loaded as Javon comes up. Excellent play by the center fielder there to catch it on one bounce and get the ball back in. Kept Chris from scoring. So chance for the Jackrabbits to pad their score here by putting a few runs on the board with nobody down. That ball is outside. So again, 14 much closer to being around the plate than the first pitcher was, and so our boys are swinging, sometimes making contact, sometimes not. Like that one, 42-mile-an-hour pitch. Tough to do much with that.
You got it, Bert.
Huge opening on the right side. I don't know if people can see this, but the second baseman is holding the guy on at second for no known reason. Likewise, the first baseman is holding the runner on at first, and then nothing. Nobody defending the right side whatsoever. If Javon can punch a ball to the right side, it'd be no problem scoring. He has swung at 2 pitches now in a row that are high, but they look like giant meatballs. There you go, ground ball. Oh, never mind, he's out. That wasn't a ground ball. That was a pop fly. It looked like it hit off the ground and bounced up, but good play by the shortstop for the Thunderbolts. That gives them 1 down now with the bases still loaded. In steps Ricardo. Jack will get into the on-deck circle. Ricardo now, again, free swinger with that right side wide open. If he can make contact, should push the ball through. But he swings and misses at a 41-mile-an-hour pitch. Ricardo is a fun player in the clubhouse. Makes everybody laugh, messes around, has a really good ball low and outside, has a really good rapport with the coaches. Kind of knows when to mess around and when not to mess around. So now first baseman no longer holding anybody on. Ricardo bounces out of the way on a 44-mile-an-hour inside pitch. Ball outside on a 40-mile-an-hour changeup. All right, this is got to be a payoff pitch here for Ricardo because there's no place to put him. Ricardo decides to swing late and misses. Count is now full with 1 down. Sun finally coming out on the broadcasting desk here, which is good because my toes are numb. That ball is outside. We will bring everybody, or move everybody up and bring a run home. That makes it 16-0. Jack now stepping in. People shouting, "Lumberjack, lumberjack, lumberjack." Isaiah will get in the on-deck circle already. He's got a weight on his bat. You can't see it off screen, but got the weight on there so that he can really swing the bat hard. Although with the speeds we're seeing from the Thunderbolts pitcher here, getting around on the pitch isn't too hard for our guys. It's making that contact. That ball is low and away, gets beyond the catcher, but there nobody goes anywhere.
Smart move, 1-9.
Your son's many things, but fast he is not. So.
It's like he's running in mud.
This is an accurate description of the way he runs. Yep. Discussion of Gianni running, saying his dad saying he runs in mud. Oh, Lumberjack with a shot in the left center field. By far the best hit of the year for him. Ricardo coming around. Aaron touching the plate. Jack is gonna score, whether it's wise or not. Grand slam from Jack. Grand slam from Jack. That was a huge hit for him. I think confidence-wise and otherwise, Jack has pulled the ball into the outfield for the first time all season. So, Isaiah steps in now with the bases empty, but a 20-0 lead. A beautiful swing, drops in front of the right fielder. Isaiah's got wheels. He should get a double out of this. Yes! Excellent swing from Isaiah. Looks like the Jackrabbits have made an offensive adjustment somehow here in the dugout or from coaches to be able to hit the ball here. And up in the box, Jabrell steps in. Isai now on deck. Jabrell way ahead of that pitch. I don't know if you heard me yell up in the box, but he swung way early on that 43-mile-an-hour pitch. So again, he's kind of equal to the plate. Jack and Isaiah are both successful by kind of putting their foul ball, by putting their front foot at the very front of the batter's box. So we still have Isaiah on second, one down, and an 0-2 count now to Jabrell. That right side still open. Ball in the dirt. Ball gets past him. Isaiah will take third, no problem on that pass ball. Heads up play by Isaiah. One of the things that coach has been working on, if you were to come to practice on Mondays, which tend to be low intensity days because either the 12U or 13U team has played all weekend, is Mondays are a lot of focus on what I would call kind of baseball IQ or baseball knowledge. So a lot of conversations about what to do in various situations and why you would do it. One of the things that they've been talking a lot about now is base running and knowing not only the number of outs, but also the count and how that might... swing and a miss. Isaiah will score and Jabrell will get to first on the passed ball. And now we've got Isai coming in. Catcher is called time to tie his shoe. And with Isai coming up, number 16 here, then Joe, who's in the on-deck circle, coming over to have a conversation with him. Isai claiming Arizona as his home state, although I think he's lived here for quite some time. And even though he lives in the Denver area and has roots in Arizona, his favorite baseball team is the Angels out of Anaheim, and Shohei Ohtani being his favorite player, which I don't blame him. Shohei Ohtani is an amazing baseball player. When the major leagues have to make a special rule just for you, you know you're a special player. The pop up, out of play, foul ball. For those of you who aren't aware, Shohei Ohtani is both a pitcher and a fielder, a batter, if you will, usually is where he plays. And so he is often the designated hitter for the Angels. He can play in the outfield as well. But he's designated hitter for the Angels, and he pitches every fifth day, which is just so uncommon. Ball in the dirt. And the rules used to be that when you take the pitcher out and you put a new pitcher in, the pitcher comes out of the batting order as well. And with the institution of the designated hitter across both the American League and the National League a couple years back, ball inside. Shohei Ohtani wanted to stay in as the designated hitter, but because he was pitching, he'd have to come out, and the Angels would lose a bat, a valuable bat in the lineup, and so baseball changed the rule that the pitcher had to swing and a miss, or swing and a hit up the middle. Everybody's going to go 90 or 70 feet on a nice single by Isai. So to finish up my story there, the MLB changed the rules, so now if the pitcher comes out but it wants to stay in as the designated hitter, he can do so. So Shohei Ohtani likes swing there from Isai, getting to first on a nice single, and everybody moves up. Now we go to the top of the order, and I've got Joe way up in the box now. I think this is the key that everybody need to figure out, is that the slower speeds we're seeing than we're used to. Although that was 43 and a beautiful pitch by number 14. If he could keep doing that all day, we'd be in trouble, because that was right over the inside part of the plate, kind of elbow high. Oh, that ball is 2 inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The Jackrabbits up now 21-0 and have a comfortable lead here. But I have watched enough 12U baseball to know that no lead is safe. Swing and a miss. So we make sure our boys keep playing the game. Don't slow down. Don't take the foot off. It's only swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt. Bunter's out. So it's 2 down. Runners do advance on the ball in the dirt. So what happened there now is the batter swing and a miss, drop 3rd strike. Normally what you have to do is the play would have to be at first, but because first base was occupied, the batter is automatically out. And you might ask, well, why is that? Well, if the batter starts running, then it would force the runner on first to second. Potentially then the catcher could intentionally drop the ball, throw the ball to second, and then whip the ball over to first and get a double play. So instead, the batter is just automatically out. However, on the dropped ball, everybody advanced. And Jorge, with the swing of the first pitch, will bring in 2 runs after the ball is misplayed by the left fielder. And that brings us here now. All right, well, we have Cole stepping in. Cole hit a grand slam last time. We do have Coach Paul having some comments with his player. I think somebody missed a base stealing sign there, and was getting barked at for not following the sign. Ball in the dirt there, in case you missed it. Swing and a miss. Number 14 is doing a heck of a job out there. I mean, at the speeds he's throwing, you definitely get the ball hit, but he is all in the zone and, getting our guys to swing and a miss a lot. I think there's a ball, gets past. Looks like with a 23-0 lead that Coach Paul has decided that we are not going to take any bases unless forced. So Jorge at first does not advance on that pass ball. In fact, I see him confirming with Coach Nick by putting his hands across his chest that there's no run. And that ball is cranked down the left field line, but quite a ways foul. Quite a ways foul. Teddy is on the on-deck circle, just FYI. Oh, he just said 2s are wild, so I must have missed a ball. Apologies. Thank you, Blue. There's a pop fly to left field. Left fielder makes a dive, does not make the catch. And everybody is going to go 70 feet on that single. Ah, no. I pressed the wrong button there. All right. In steps Teddy now with first and second.
Go number 7, go 7. Up in the box, buddy, up in the box.
Vamos, Liebres! All right, in steps my son. I am not dispassionate about this. I try to be, but I'm not. Foul. Swing straight back on a 43-mile-an-hour fastball. Teddy's finishing up his first year in middle school and has been quite the educational experience. Swing and a miss. The ball in the inside corner. Teddy now struggling to time up his swing. He's swinging pretty early on these slower pitches. Takes that ball inside, almost took it off the hip. Cole over on first base, talking to the first baseman, sharing stories. Maybe running for mayor, I'm not sure. Teddy with a foul ball off the catcher's mask and back. Now Teddy with a 1-2 count. Runners on first and second, and 2 down. Here's the pitch. Ball's outside. And we definitely have deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on, and 23-0. Teddy swings. Teddy swings and misses. Strikeout, but does take first. I'm not sure why that. Actually, I have to go back and look at baseball. Why he wasn't out with the runner on first. I guess because it was the 3rd out, so there's no reason you'd run the double play deke there. So this is gonna cause all kinds of trouble here with striking out but not ending the inning. How am I gonna do that? I'll just say next batter, hit by pitch. Sure. All right. Strike to Chris on the first pitch of his at bat. Bases loaded again. So I was just talking about that. So question from the audience here: how come Teddy wasn't out automatically on that? Is because it would be the 3rd out of the inning. So the reason that you have to, if the base is occupied and you drop the ball, is that if there's less than 2 outs, you might purposely drop the ball, and then that runner on first would be forced to run to second. You could drop the ball, throw to second, get him out, and turn a double play.
Okay.
Right? Well, with 2 outs, Chris with a swing and a hit right to center field. He should catch that. Oh, center fielder drops that. It is now 24-0, and bases are still loaded. Anyway, with 2 down, it takes the double play deke out of the equation, and you're still going to force the position players to make the plays and show their skills. So, yeah, baseball's complicated. It's a 120-year-old game, and they have everything that could happen might have happened.
What's he doing?
Cole is running in on purpose, saying "tag me out." So it's in the inning. So that will take us to 24-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. How do I even score that? Caught stealing? Is there a caught stealing option? Other. No, not other. Shoot, go back. Undo. Sorry, folks. I don't know how to score intentionally getting out, so I'm just going to do that. We'll end the half inning. Did Gianni finish his at bat? No. There we go. All right, so we go to the bottom of the second, and that would bring us to a 24-0 lead. As I mentioned, quite a ways ahead of the 15-run mercy rule. So, been a tough morning at the ballpark for the Thunderbolts, and the Jackrabbits now just need to be strong and get some outs. Looks like we're going to have some changes. Joe on the mound for sure, and it looks like Isai behind the plate now. Cole will be at first, Ricardo at second, Jorge at short, and Gianni at third. 44, Isaiah in left, number 7, Teddy in right, and then who is in center there? That looks like number 99, Javon. So, something I'm pretty proud of with the Jackrabbits is the Jackrabbits team has quite a bit of ethnic diversity on the team. We have an all-black outfield right now. Up the middle, we've got 2 Hispanic players. Gianni holding down the hot corner, also Hispanic. We got Isai, also kind of almost up the, we almost have up the middle here. And then we've got Joe and Cole as some of our white players. So really diverse team. One of the reasons that we do appreciate this team, it brings diversity of background and experience. Heck, even the way we play baseball is different. So, and oftentimes when you watch the Jackrabbits, you'll see that we're the only team, we have a lot more color on our team than most of the teams we play. So, but I think this is our first all-black outfield, if we ever had this before. Isaiah, Javon, and Teddy.
No.
Yeah, Isaiah, Javon, and Teddy.
Oh. No,
What?
that's Isaiah.
That's Isaiah. 44 is Isaiah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is it's 24?
24, yeah. I only noticed because I was calling everybody's name. I was like, wait, my son, and then progressively lighter. Yeah, exactly.
That one that we had last year. Yeah. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of too. A really nice one.
All right, as we go into the bottom of the second here, folks, we have, again, a comfortable lead for the Jackrabbits. And Joe is on the rubber. Joe pitched on Thursday as part of his birthday go-round, where he played every position in the infield except first, where he normally is. Joe's in the upper 40s as a pitcher. That first pitch comes in at 56, but high. So, of course, Joe makes me a liar right away. Let me say this. When Joe's throwing strikes, he's in the upper 40s. So, there it is. Ooh, that's a 53-mile-an-hour pitch on the outside corner. So Joe now with a 1-2 count and a curveball, 44-mile-an-hour curveball for a ball outside. The batter for the Thunderbolts choked up a little bit, trying to strike 3 on a 54-mile-an-hour pitch at the knees. One up, one down. All right, Joe now from the windup and the pitch. 55 and outside. He throws a little bit harder from the windup here, clearly, than we've seen him throwing from the stretch. He needs to put the ball over the plate. Isai with the left leg kicked out and then has to make a move to the right, still makes the grab. Isai understands the game for sure, and has been our field general, if you will, reminding everybody what to do. He just yelled out, I don't know if you heard that, but everybody go 1, outfield go 2, ball high. 3-0 now. Coach Paul working on turning Joe into maybe our 5th pitcher. That ball is overthrown at 54 miles an hour and bounces in the dirt. 4 pitches and a walk. So all right, number 4 steps in and is ready to hit immediately. Puts the bat on his shoulder and puts his elbow up. It's very straight-legged. Courtesy throw over to first, just to make sure that the Thunderbolts' parents are going to have to do some laundry because he dives back in. There wasn't much of a lead there. Ball outside. East side with a fake throw to first, and Cole yelling, "Throw it!" Cole desperate to make that play and pick that runner off. Joe now from the stretch. In the stretch, that ball is outside at 54 miles an hour and gets runner gets always second on the pass ball. So Joe working on velocity here, it looks like, and Joe's going to go from the windup. So as soon as he does, the runner should be running. Pop up and out of play. So from the windup, Joe would not in any way be able to make a play at second. As soon as his foot crosses the rubber towards second, he's got to go towards home. So quite a ball high. And it's fine. It's fine. I got a little visit from the some of the little siblings here, and they're adorable and patient, and they're honestly, I think they're ready for this game to be over. Strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There's a nice pitch at the knees. I missed the speed on that one. So I'm confused why the Thunderbolts don't have their runner on third, because he should just be running now. And he could easily get to third before the ball even gets to the plate. That's ball 4. Walking 2 runners in a row now. In steps number 2 for the Thunderbolts. Joe wears his emotions on his sleeve, so sort of frustrated with himself. You can see him kind of shaking and bobbing his head a little bit. Ball outside, 52. Trying to diagnose what's happening here. I think Joe is just not releasing the ball well. It looks like his form is good, but there it was, strike. With the lead we've got, the key thing here is just for Joe to get outs. Oh, is there going to be a wind? If we get to be too windy here, I'll have to put the windscreen on the microphone. Oh, ball outside. Ump wanted to call it a strike, but then shook his head. I just would love to see Joe just keep popping them down the middle here. Not getting fancy. Make the Thunderbolts earn their spots on the bases. There it is. All right, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Have Joe put him away here with a good fastball. Let's see if we can get one over the plate. Doesn't overthink it. Joe thinking a lot. Shaking off the pitch, now at the next pitch. Swing and a miss at a 53-mile-an-hour pitch. We will take it 2 down, runners on first and second. In steps number 28. Number 28 for the Thunderbolts steps in. Swing and a miss. Joe's now found his rhythm, and he just shouldn't mess with it. Don't worry about the runners on base. You have that luxury. Just do it. Swing and a miss. The ball in the dirt. 0-2 now. Strike 3. Oh! Ball outside. Joe thought that was a strike. We all thought that was a strike. He even started walking off. Joe's dad now walking over to see if he can maybe be a back street up. There it is. No, ball low. 54 mile an hour. Ball low. Ball. Ump's tight, strike zone got very tight here, and Joe's just got to power through. Joe's got to power through. There's just no question about it. That happens in life and in baseball, where sometimes. Strike three, there it is. And he powered through, finishing off the inning with a strikeout. No runs, no hits for the Thunderbolts. The Jackrabbits. Oh, we're gonna line it up. We're gonna call the game. There's more than that after just 2 innings. I don't actually know. So they line up, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The Jackrabbits, the very successful game. We played 2 innings, 24-0, and we will be back at noon Mountain Time for our next game. We look forward to having the broadcast back here on YouTube and Facebook. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you catch our games, as well as hit that little bell. It'll notify you when we go live, because sometimes we shoot for noon, but we may start early, may start late. Nonetheless, it's been a pleasure serving you as your Jackrabbits broadcaster today. This is Mike, and I am signing off.